Ethereum's price has gone up 20 times in the past year, from just $90 at COVID lows to well over $2,000 now, even more than 20 times. And many individuals are thinking, is Ethereum done in this bull run, and has it gone up too much and must it come down? In today's video, I'm going to explain what Ethereum is and why I believe Ethereum has the potential to go much higher. I'm going to offer a realistic price prediction backed by data science, and this will help me arrive at the price for Ethereum, which you can follow along with. If you enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe. And remember, nothing said in this video is financial advice. I do not necessarily know Ethereum will go to these prices. I believe it will. However, it may not, and you need to make your own investment decisions and understand that Ethereum is relatively risky. Ethereum is a decentralized technology powering applications that cannot be taken down. So it is not controlled by a single entity. Rather, it's controlled more by a pool of miners and completely decentralized, and it will continue running forever. Yet, Ethereum is basically programmable money and used for smart contracts. If you do not know what smart contracts are, they are basically an if and then situation. If an event happens, then you will be paid in Ether. You can't do this with Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies. This is unique to cryptocurrencies revolving around smart contracts. For example, if a driver drives you to a certain location, then they will be paid in Ether. This will be checked by the Ethereum network, and if all of the requirements are met, then they will be paid. So it's a very unique type of money. Obviously, what this does is it has the potential to disrupt any industry with an intermediary in it, so there would be no need for the company Uber. You could just instead use the Ethereum network to get drivers, and only once the contracts had been executed would Ethereum be paid to the Uber drivers. Ethereum is basically a network of computers, while the currency used to run this network is Ether. It incentivizes users to run the network, basically. So in order to deploy a smart contract, the payment is made in Ether, which continues the network to keep going. And many people get Ethereum confused with Ether, and when we talk about the price of Ethereum, we're actually talking more about the price of Ether. So that's basically what Ethereum is. It is just smart contracts and programmable money with an if and a then type situation. Gas is used to power these transactions and applications, and Ethereum is used in a range of different ways. It dominates the NFT market, which is the non-fungible tokens market, which I won't be explaining in today's video, and it powers nearly all decentralized finance and decentralized applications like Uniswap. Over half of the top 100 cryptocurrencies have been built using Ethereum, so it's basically powering everything from powering cryptocurrencies like VeChain to tons of other cryptocurrencies. So it is quite a good cryptocurrency with a lot of use case. And as I've already said, any industry with an intermediary, this programmable money is able to disrupt. It could disrupt potentially Amazon and any single industry. Ether can be used for anything. As you can see, this basically sums up what I have already said. It is a built-in guarantee that funds will change hands if you provide what was agreed. It's more private, it's a peer-to-peer network, there's no need for big banks or anything, and it's censorship resistant. So Ethereum is revolutionary in my personal opinion. However, the main problem with Ethereum is gas fees. Whenever transactions are made on the Ethereum network, gas fees are required, and currently they're extremely high. This means you need to pay lots and lots of money to transact things using the Ethereum network. So this has been weighing down on Ethereum's price in my personal opinion, and it's led to a whole range of other cryptocurrencies going to the moon, like Cardano and Polkadot, which have a very similar aim, but they want to provide lower gas fees, same as Binance Coin as well. So this is the main narrative right now that is weighing down on Ethereum, and you can see why. It's because so many transactions are being made on the Ethereum network, it's unlike any other. However, Ethereum 2.0 is designed to lower gas fees. It began establishment in 2015. Now, this is around the same time that Ethereum already begun, so the founders of Ethereum basically knew that this would happen, and they knew there would be problems with the network down the road, so they did establish Ethereum 2.0. Basically, Ethereum 2.0 will increase network efficiency, lowering gas fees. Now, the way they are doing this, which is quite confusing, and I won't go into it too much, is they are changing from proof of work to proof of stake. So proof of work requires all miners to solve a complex sum, while proof of stake does not quite do this, and proof of stake provides a far more equitable distribution based on staking. Staking is just locking up blocks to earn reward, and basically it will mean blocks are made significantly faster, and it should lower the gas fees significantly. Sharding will also be introduced to lower gas fees, which basically breaks Ethereum down into smaller pieces, which will all operate separately and more efficiency. But I won't go into Ethereum 2.0 too much because I am not a genius in coding and a genius in cryptocurrency. However, this is going to lead to a lot of crypto being burned, and it should lead to the price going up significantly when we see these gas fees go much lower. With all that out of the way, let's get into Ethereum's price prediction. Also, bear in mind, I'm doing a price prediction for the end of this market cycle. I believe that will be around the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. Bear in mind, I do not know exactly when this will end. If it goes on for longer, I believe the price will be higher, and if it's shorter, I believe the price will be lower. It's really as simple as that. I will also explain why I believe the market cycle will end around the end of this year in today's video. So, we're going to begin by looking at Bitcoin's reserve risk ratio, because this is quite an important one. And all it's showing you right now is I don't believe a top is in for cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is currently the king. It's sitting at the top. When Bitcoin has a top, the altcoins will probably have another month of running, and then everything will crash down. So if you look at the reserve risk indicator, Bitcoin does not look near a top. It is not in this red band on Glassnode just yet. Bitcoin currently isn't actually that risky. It looks like it has a ways to go before it reaches a peak. Bear in mind, the reserve risk indicator was even higher in 2014 and even higher in 2011, so it is progressively dropping, and we may not see quite as parabolic an increase in Bitcoin this market cycle as we did last market cycle, and by that I mean percentage-wise. So all this is showing you, this graph, is that basically I don't believe crypto is at a top right now. It looks far from its top. As we can see, this is the total cryptocurrency market cap. Last market cycle, the total crypto market cap in around beginning of 2015 was $2 billion. Now, this had a massive increase all the way up through the 2017 bull market to around $800 billion for the total cryptocurrency market cap. This represents a 400x increase on the bull market. It depends where you find the base from, but if you're being a bit more conservative, it could more represent a 200x in the last bull market. And if we look back at the 2014 bull market and even further back, we can see that the total cryptocurrency market cap increased by even greater a percentage. So every year it's progressively getting less and less. However, so far it's only up a modest 16x. It's only gone 16 times up since the COVID lows, from around 125 billion to 2.16 trillion. So as you can see, the cryptocurrencies have not gone as parabolic as they did last market cycle just yet. And I think that's because the market cycle is far from over. We will see the biggest moves and the biggest blow-off tops right at the end of the market cycle, in my personal opinion, as that's what we have seen in the previous periods. All this is based on is simple data science from previous periods, and I think it's very likely that this cycle will continue to go on. Also, bear in mind, this is a logarithmic graph, so the real graph looks something like this without the logarithmic chart on it. The logarithmic graph just puts it in a lot more perspective. Since 2011, cycles have also progressively increased in length. The 2011 cycle was very, very quick, the 2014 cycle was pretty quick, and the 2017 cycle extended even further beyond the 14 cycle. So that's why I believe this year we're going to see a bit longer of a cycle as well. Bear that in mind. Now, this is the crypto market cap and trendline graph. I got this from Benjamin Cohen, who is a very good crypto YouTuber, and I recommend you watch him for price predictions, as he's probably a lot smarter and better than me at cryptocurrencies. However, we'll briefly explain this graph. This graph is fitted to 3 data points, so it's not necessarily predictive. We're just looking at past cycles, seeing what happened there. As we can see, in the first cycle, the trend or the crypto market cap went well above the top green trend line, and then in 2014 it went only a little bit above the top green trend line. However, by 2017 it touched the green trend line, so we can see a clear trend of it progressively getting less parabolic, the cycles. However, if we look at the trend line on a logarithmic graph, we have a ways to go. We are only at just over a $2 trillion crypto market cap, and we have a long way to go. If we hit the green band like we did in 2017, the total crypto market cap will hit 10 trillion. If we go there quicker, it's going to hit a lot less, but if we go there longer, it's going to hit a lot more. That's my thesis. However, I believe we're going to go a little bit below it, not quite reach it, and I predict the total crypto market cap will be $8 trillion by the end of this cycle, simply based on past data science. Also, we'll get more specifically into Ethereum. I've already told you how I believe this cycle will extend a little bit longer and go to $8 trillion simply by using charts and data science and looking at historical trends which have been unbelievably predictable. Now, the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation right now is 0.039. It could have changed slightly since I made this video, but it's around there. It got up to an all-time high of 1.2 last cycle. I don't believe 1.2 is in the cards this market cycle. However, I think Ethereum will significantly gain on Bitcoin. That's why I hold a lot more Ethereum than I do Bitcoin. I believe Ethereum has a good chance of getting nearly up to 1, but I want, or 0.1, but I want to be conservative and I want to say 0.8 or 0.08 seems fair for Ethereum this market cycle based on past trends and being a little bit conservative. We've seen Ethereum gain massively on Bitcoin in the past 2014 and 2017 cycle near to the end, and I believe this cycle will be no different. Why would it be any different? I have no reason to believe that it would. I just believe it won't gain on it quite as much because of all the other amazing altcoins this cycle, which will also take a bit of ground from Ethereum. As you can see also, just to prove my point, Bitcoin dominance is reducing dramatically. Bitcoin dominance was recently up at around 74%, however now it's down at 50%. This happened in 2017 and it happens in every market cycle. So this is why I don't really want to invest in Bitcoin that much right now. Its dominance is dropping and the altcoins have way more of an opportunity than Bitcoin right now, including Ethereum. So I believe Bitcoin's dominance will drop to around 33 to 38% this market cycle, which is a bit lower than last cycle just because of the altcoins in this cycle. So we'll get into the specific prediction and we're going to pull everything together. I believe the cryptocurrency market cap, total crypto market cap, will reach 8 trillion based off all of the previous cycles and the fact that it's getting slightly less parabolic each cycle for percentage increases. We can easily hit 8 trillion. We're already at 2 trillion. Money's being flooded into crypto and only 2 companies have added Bitcoin to their balance sheet so far. Well, 2 major companies, Tesla and MicroStrategy. So there's only a couple of really major companies that have added it to their balance sheet, and I believe this will be a lot more. As I've already said, Bitcoin dominance will fall, in my opinion, from 33 to 38%, and this will put Bitcoin at a $2.64 trillion to $3.04 trillion market cap. This gives Bitcoin a price of $141,293 to $162,701 US. This is where I believe it's going to end up at the end of this market cycle, in my personal opinion, and that's why I do hold some Bitcoin, as I think it'll pretty safely get there. As I've said, Ethereum will reach 0.08 Bitcoin. However, its peak will not coincide with Bitcoin's. This is why I can't just do 141,000 times 0.08, as I don't believe Ethereum's peak will coincide with Bitcoin's. Bitcoin will peak earlier and it will drop like it has done every market cycle, in my opinion. So that is something to bear in mind in the valuation, and that's why the valuation may look a bit interesting. Ethereum will reach 15% of cryptocurrency market cap, up from its current 13% in my personal opinion. This isn't that bullish. It's not a massive move. I think it could do higher, but I believe cryptocurrencies like Cardano, Polkadot will gain even more than Ethereum, but they are a lot more risky, which is why I hold Ethereum. This means, basically, Ethereum will reach a market cap of $1.2 trillion. In this time, Bitcoin's price will sink to around $129,862 in my opinion, and 0.08 times $129,862 is $10,389 per Ethereum. I believe this is highly realistic for this market cycle, and that puts it at 13,432 Australian dollars for Ethereum. So, plus or minus a few thousand, it could be 1,000 minus or 1,000 above. I believe this is what is going to happen. The market cycle will end at the beginning of next year or the end of this year. I wrote end of next year, but that's wrong. I mean end of this year, beginning of next year. And that'll put Ethereum at a $10,000 Ether. Obviously, if the market cycle extends, it could go even further, but if it's shorter, it'll probably have a parabolic move up and then come crashing down and go lower. So overall, this is my Ethereum price prediction. It is based on data science and previous statistics, and it did take me a while to come up with this number. However, I think $10,389 US dollars is very fair, plus or minus a couple thousand on Ethereum. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe, and if you disagree with my price prediction, please put it down in the comments. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and just because I say I believe this will happen doesn't mean it has to happen. Ethereum could go to $0 tomorrow for all I know. Something could happen, I don't know. That's why you don't want to put all of your money into Ethereum, so bear that in mind. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so you should make your own investment decisions. Thanks for watching.